I'm also not very good at tricking people. This is their money that they've worked for, and they've chosen to spend it on this, and I didn't even have to convince them to do that. So, like, they must want to, and it must be good enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
People
so
buy all sorts of shit.
They do.
They buy dumb shit.
Not like my fucking art, which is not shit.
Hell of a follow-up.
Sorry, I mean. Hello and welcome to.
Hi, and welcome to
The SideQuest Creative Podcast, where we will talk about our daily struggles with staying creative in
Not So Creative World. Hi, and welcome back. I'm breaking the room. How are we today, guys? How's everything going on?
Yeah, good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great.
Yeah. Do we want to elaborate on that a little bit?
No.
Fair enough.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Doing well. Cruising along, I think. So we're in episode 6 already.
Yay!
Far out.
Episode 6.
Bit of a clap all around. Good on us.
God damn.
And I did just remember that is why I had these, the poll, and that we are at 50 streams and downloads now.
Hooray!
Yay.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes.
So thank you for everyone for that. Appreciate it.
That's
Very
hectic.
much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that many people.
50. You only have to know 1/3 of that number of people.
That's true.
True, that's true. So today we're talking about...
Imposter Syndrome.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Sorry. So we're talking about imposter syndrome today, and how that relates to creativity. I think this is a very interesting topic because I think a lot of us do have this imposter, this voice in the back of our head, a critic, ego maybe, whatever you want to call it. I think it is that questioning voice that wonders if you are good enough, if you are sort of like up to the task maybe. But yeah. Does anyone have a definition of it?
Imposter syndrome is a psychological experience where you persistently doubt your accomplishments and fear being exposed as a fraud, despite clear evidence of your competence. People with this mindset often attribute their success to luck or external factors rather than their own skills and hard work. And I also read before, expanding on that our success we externalize and say that was just luck, but then our failures we internalize and we're like, that's our fault.
Because we're shitty.
So it's so illogical. We're like, yeah. Anyway, that's the internet definition.
So that's the general definition. Let's go around the room. Imposter syndrome, what does that mean to you, Lockie?
Thinking you're not good enough. No, imposter syndrome to me, I think, it is, thinking you're not good enough.
Yeah.
I think that's really the crux of it, that you don't have what it takes to perform at a level you have in your head. And it's really, I think, just all in your head.
All perception.
Yeah, for sure. But this is sort of... I'm thinking with imposter syndrome, what experiences I've had with it recently. I think perhaps it's why I don't really like the idea of born talent. Because I think imposter syndrome really feeds into that, like, you're just not born for this. And that is like, how fucking dare you? You know what I mean? But that's a lot of successful artists say it is not about being born with it. It's about doing it over and over and over again, So I think that is one of the strongest things for me to help fight that imposter syndrome, is it's like, you just need to keep doing it. If you want to be good at it, maybe you have to sacrifice other things.
I think also on that, and I'm really glad you brought that up because it definitely relates. But I think as well the problem there is that people just see where you're at now, and they might say like, you're so talented.
Yeah. And
that's always been a bit of a pet peeve. Like, even though people mean it really well, it's always like sort of hurt a little bit, because like saying you're talented
is dismissive.
It's dismissive, yeah, and
You're born with
they
it.
haven't seen like the years and years of work that you've put into it. Like they've just seen where you're at now, and they can't possibly understand like how much you've struggled to get good at that, and like how long you've failed at it in order to get to where you are. They just see where you are.
Do you think that they're dismissing that effort that you've put in by saying that?
Oh, I don't think anyone intends that when they say it. I don't think so, no. I think it's just that it's impossible for outsiders to see all of that. Only we see that because that's our experience. It's like, we can't expect other people to know about all that work we've done.
It's kind of like reading someone's novel and being like, wow, that's a really well put together story. Not seeing the first draft, the second draft, the 10th draft, and all the editing and all the red pen marks and all that sort of stuff.
We literally do that with all our authors that we love, like Brandon Sanderson, J.R.R. Rowling, J.K. Rowling. Yeah.
All right, AI.
Stephen King as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just see them now. We're like, we love these authors. They're amazing, and it's hard to imagine them sending out books to editors and getting turned down.
Yeah.
But they all did. All of them had like 10 books that were turned down first or something. Maybe not 10, but lots.
Yeah.
X amount.
You'll also notice that I think the ones that you've mentioned there in particular, they're the titans of writing. And every time they've come out and they've done that, and there's been rejections before that, but they change the whole industry. They nearly create a new genre.
True, yeah.
It's like you write a horror in Stephen King-esque, you know what I mean? Or like how many Harry Potter rip-offs, how many Game of Thrones rip-offs, like they set... I mean, they're still working within a genre. There are other established authors there, but I think they really bring that genre into the mainstream for a while. And that's,
Yeah. Interesting, yeah.
I imagine they might all have felt imposter syndrome too, especially getting all those rejections. Like, rejections hurt.
Imposter syndrome, I think, is one of those things where you don't know it's there because you might misinterpret it for another voice as well. Like if you're not self-aware enough, if you don't know your internal dialogue or your internal feelings, it's very hard and can be misconstrued as other things. So I think it's really interesting that we have this facet of us that's almost keeping us in line to where we think we should be. If that makes a modicum of sense.
True, yeah, like the inner critic. Yeah.
I was just... My experience with it is... It's been in a lot of different facets of my life, actually. Like relationships, writing, and going into trying to start a counselling business as well. Even just like thinking that I can do it is a bit of a struggle, even though I've done like the degrees and stuff for it, theoretical knowledge and some practical. And I've gotten good feedback, but even in then, it's kind of like these people are telling me that I'm good, that I'm on track, and part of that is me telling myself that they're just being nice to me, that they're just being
dismissing it.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. It's like they're not even giving me like full feedback or anything. It's kind of like it is dismissive. It is sort of like, well, is that true? Is it not? Are you being nice? I can't figure it out. You know?
You know what you should do with that? Turn it into a personified creature.
Oh, I've heard other people actually, recommend this too, yeah.
It's like the monkey on your shoulder.
Like some people might call the inner critic Susan or something, and when the voice comes up, they're like, all right, Susan.
Yes, well, the thing, by doing that, you are setting a boundary to it. Because that is a thing that is conscious and has an intelligence and exists within you. So until you draw the lines of where it is and where it isn't, you can't control it. And you'll think it's you. And that's the trick. That is a spirit possessing you, you know.
That's actually really interesting because there's different therapies where you do parts work. So you work with different parts within yourself to try and harmonize all of them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until a couple months ago when I was in therapy and we were doing this sort of parts work where I actually realized that there was the healthy adult, the child, and the protector, and they were all working individually.
Yeah.
And they're all vying for attention. And I didn't think I could control them. But you can actually, and you can sit down with them and actually have a conversation with yourself, and it will calm yourself down. So I think there's a lot of good that personifying it can do.
Yes.
Yeah. Calling it an external thing, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you don't even need to just have it in creativity. Like, imposter syndrome can infect your life in so many different ways,
True.
Even if you're driving and have an accident, you're going to be more cautious after it, but then the voice might creep in. What if it was me who was in the wrong? Am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? Can I even drive anymore?
So a lot of it is like self-doubt as well for you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yep.
But then that's sort of where we need to acknowledge a level of healthy self-doubt, right? Because if you did have an accident, and it was your fault, you need to be able to look at yourself and say, why did that happen? Were you on your phone? Were you drinking? Were you like speeding? And if you are too much the other way, you won't learn from it, right?
And that's taking responsibility for it as well. But yeah, I think there's a lot of different ways that it can be interpreted, and I think that it's one of those things that we just struggle with until we figure out what it is and what that voice sounds like.
You got to balance it,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So you were talking about it being, maybe you were just alluding to like it being the check and balance, and that's kind of where we landed there as well. As if it's like, that's interesting, because definitely we should have a voice of reason. It sounds like maybe we're getting these two voices mixed up, and that we're thinking that the critic, the imposter voice, is the voice of reason, or maybe there is just like a lot of, from the definition we read, and like it really sounds very illogical and like subjective, imposter syndrome, and like the voice of reason should be objective, like it should be the counterbalance. So
I agree, and I think I think what we were just talking about was nearly something other than imposter syndrome, but I think when whatever we were talking about, we need to name it. Squishy or something. I don't know. Squishy, right? That's your...
Let's call it Whitey.
Whitey.
That can be misconstrued on the podcast.
When whatever it is, this little thing...
It's called a Lachlan.
Cynical little demon. How about a
Lachlan.
demon? A cynical Lachlan demon.
Yeah.
I think that the demon that we're talking about, this thing, right?
Yeah.
When it gets out of hand, or you identify with it, and it starts messing you up, and putting the brakes on when they shouldn't be on because you're fine, you get imposter syndrome. I don't know why I put it to you, but you know what I mean? That's what I think. We're talking about something that you need to get a grip of and control, because if it gets out of hand, you develop imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I can see that. And I think part of that for me anyway is understanding where it comes from and like what its purpose is. Because I think like knowledge over something gives you power. Like knowledge, understanding gives you the ability to talk about it, to understand it, and then to work out what its purpose is. And you sort of spoke about the counselling our parts thing, and I could see imposter syndrome. We sort of said it wasn't the voice of reason, but I could see it as a parent or like a
I'd call it a protector.
A protector, yeah. So, except I think the protector's gone too far. It's like, don't do this, you'll fail, and then you'll be hurt.
Don't step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Danger's on the other side of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
But then comfort is stagnation, and stagnation is death.
Yeah, and also comfort and creativity don't really go together, do they?
No.
Because creativity is like expansion and exploration.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can totally understand why imposter syndrome can be so crippling to creativity. It's hard to think on the spot. Now I feel on the spot.
It's too much pressure.
I'm jokes. I am jokes.
What's too much pressure to climb?
Okay, imposter syndrome, to me, the first thing I think of is when I'm painting. And I think I struggle a lot with painting because if I don't have an image in front of me or like reference or references, I feel like I don't know what things look like. feel like I forget what things look like. I'm like, I can't just paint a tree that's any good because I don't have a reference there. It's like I have this like a huge amount of doubt of my own memory of things, and that could be tied into other stuff that we won't get into. But yeah, I think mostly it's fear. I think it's definitely fear-based. Also, when painting anything really, but especially experimenting or doing something a bit different, on the back of my head there's like always a voice that's like, you don't know what you're doing. You didn't go to art school. Who are you to make and break these rules? Like, yeah, it's sort of, and like if I could personify it, it's like an older woman, like a teacher or something that's, yeah, being real judgy and stuff. And there have definitely been women like in my life that have been like that, but not necessarily with art, but definitely just like really judgy and belittling.
Enough to make an impression.
Yeah, and often like, often those are the ones that hurt way more, like, older women. Because like they should be the mentor and the safe space sort of thing. They should be the person that you trust, like, but yeah, often just they suck.
Would that be, when you say they, are you talking about they in your head?
No, like
they kind of like a memory?
No, because I said what it was like in my head, and then I said if I could personify that voice, it would be like an older woman who's like and then I was talking about like examples of that through life of that like sort of personality.
So it's actually happened to you?
Yeah, but like not with art specifically, just like
general
social stuff.
Okay.
I don't know, yeah.
So would you kind of say what we were talking about before about the little demon creature? It's like that's the form it takes for you?
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's kind of how it feels like. Yeah, I think it is just a lot of doubt and I think it's like a lack of privilege as well. Like, I think I'm thinking about it in a different perspective, but like maybe there's a better word for it. Entitled. Yeah. I think
it's a good word.
Imposter.
Like you're owed it?
Yeah.
You feel like
I think that's what entitled is. Yeah, I think it's like you're owed it.
And are you saying you know people who you think they feel entitled, or it's hard to be conscious of when you might feel entitled or something?
No, I think imposter syndrome is like the opposite of feeling entitled. So like if I earn something, I'm like, I don't deserve that. Whereas like someone who's entitled would be like, yeah, I fucking deserve that. Like, I don't know.
But they deserve it without doing anything.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But the word entitled by itself, if someone was entitled, like if I put the work in to write my book, then I'm entitled to earn money and get feedback for good or bad.
Absolutely,
get praise,
you're
even
100%
for my effort.
right there, yeah.
So we shouldn't apply too much of a negative stigma to that word. But I do understand what maybe you're talking about with people who are overly self-entitled.
To me, it's kind of like the word selfish, and we're getting off topic here. But
no, this is a continuation of it, right?
It's kind of like the word selfish, where there's good and bad selfish, right? You can self-care for yourself, and that's good, or you can be a dick, and you can be a selfish person. Entitlement, you can be entitled to your reparations, you can be entitled to the fruit of your labor, absolutely. Feedback, all that sort of stuff, yes. Mm-hmm. But you need to take it in a way where it's received well and you have to do the work specifically.
Yeah, of course.
What Breach is talking about is people who feel like they deserve the world but haven't done anything to deserve that entitlement.
And I was talking about it in the sense of it being the opposite of imposter syndrome.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Because when we have imposter syndrome, sorry if you were literally about to explain this, when we have imposter syndrome, it's you do the thing, but you don't feel like you deserve it. Whereas entitlement is you don't do the thing, but you feel like you deserve it. You feel like you deserve the fruit.
Yeah.
But that's like a negative skew of entitled. Yeah.
But
anyway,
there are different definitions and different perspectives for heaps and heaps of words.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify that. But
Absolutely.
cheers.
Yeah, so it's definitely like affects my whole life as well too. I think imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's constantly questioning.
How much of that, if you don't mind me asking, is money? Money. Yeah, money.
I don't think much of it.
What do you mean by that?
How much of the imposter syndrome is just kind of tied to like how much money you're making from it?
I think it could be tied to it if you put a lot of meaning in money, whereas I don't think that money's very like, obviously it is important and I would like lots of it so I can buy a house, but like because I earn a certain amount of money, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
So imagine if it did mean something to you, then maybe you would feel more less like an imposter if you put more meaning on money.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I think that's a big thing for me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
like that turns off the internal critic. I'm like, I'm getting paid. Someone wants it, you know. Yeah. It's
That's a really good point, actually. If someone is buying it, it's like
a feedback. It's a feedback loop, though.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a treat,
that,
and you're like, oh, I'll do it again. Like, okay.
But I've sold paintings to people, like for hundreds of dollars, and I've been like, I've scammed you.
That I think
fucking tricked
is you should be celebrating it. You should be treating yourself. You should be making it because you want it to be a good feedback loop, right? You want to just be like, yay, like happy. You shouldn't. That's imposter syndrome.
It is,
right
and it comes into pricing art as well. And there's so many factors too. The context of pricing art, like capitalism doesn't value art unless you have a big name. And so, like, already from the get-go, it's really hard to price it well. But then when you have imposter syndrome as well, you're like, who am I? Like, I don't, like, why do I deserve to pay myself, like, $20 an hour for painting when I love it and I choose to do this? And we could talk about the whole perspective on work and how, to me, I feel like work is a bad thing. And that I should be suffering, or I've always believed that. That's been a idea that's put in my head. But I'm just now like thinking, oh, hang on, my art is work as well, even though I love that. Like, that is work. It affects my pricing and everything too.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, with that pricing, do you just feel like you put it up for what you feel it's worth and you're happy to just leave it there until it goes?
Or we could do a whole episode on pricing. It can get really complicated. All artists that I know, have struggled with pricing at some point. And what helps with me is actually a point when I was Googling ways to counter imposter syndrome. But with pricing, I've just broken it down into different factors, so like materials, or you can do like per square inch, like $2 per square inch or something like that. Having like objective formulas can help a lot. And then you can do the whole like how many hours I spent on this and then charging myself $20 an hour. That already
that's
priced.
Cheap. That's cheap. Dude, 30.
It's for skilled labour that like not everyone can do.
Do 30. You're worth 30, man.
But then also the number of hours you spend on it is so much that like
I did 50.
It goes straight up to like $300 or something if you spend like 10 hours. So.
That's what it's worth. If you can't afford it, stop being poor.
But I think another factor there is that, and this is something I've always done, but I'm completely blind to the things that I do that are easy to me. Whereas
you do
someone
them all the
else,
time.
Exactly. Like, I'm completely blind to that. Like, the way that I can paint and like actually control the brush, like I don't think about that. But someone else would be like, "Wow, you have so much control over that." I'm like,
it's funny actually. Like, you and I couldn't pair our pictures, especially the Bob Ross ones that we did. Mine looks like.
Do that. Get them.
I don't know where they are at the moment.
Put them in the video.
Mine looked like it was, a 5-year-old, like I had my eyes closed and a 5-year-old was telling me what Bob Ross was doing, you know.
People love that art though.
And that's
really.
and that's there was a big yellow sign in the top corner. That's very year 2.
That's very year 2.
It's very year 2. Whereas you and our other friends who were doing it had really, really nice, but you specifically, had really nice, absolutely beautiful pictures, you know. And I think it's quite funny. Like, I haven't worked on any visual art at all, so I'm essentially ground level, base 0, you know.
Yeah, level 1.
Yeah, 100%.
Level 1 painter. Me too.
Yeah, but like the people I showed at work, yours was a crowd favorite because they were like, "That would be me." They related to you.
It's
It was
relatable.
Because it was shit.
Because everyone's
Everyone
exactly.
thinks their abilities are shit.
But it's just D&D, guys. You've just leveled that one skill over and over again. You're like, what level? You'd be like level 50 something out of 100. I don't know. You tell me. How high is that number? Maybe there's no limit. That's cool.
No, humans are no limit. We have unlimited potential.
Well, especially if it was just art, not just even. I don't know. Have you actually ever tried? Crazy thing. Have you ever played Tilt Brush? You gotta play Tilt Brush, dude. We'll put that on the podcast. It's VR painting in
God.
3D.
That's cool.
You load up someone's painting and it's like a sculpture that you're in, and you can grab it and make it really tiny, or you can make it fucking so big that you're in it.
That's cool.
It's sick. You should play it.
Okay.
I've seen videos of people doing that. It looks pretty cool.
How are we going
Fuck
to a
yeah.
Van Gogh painting for sure?
They have it.
There's
You can load it up.
daisies and stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe next time, special episode. Should do that. That'd be sick.
Maybe for episode 10 or something.
Si, senor.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So I was just wondering, based on everything that we've sort of talked about, I was just wondering if we found it, and we already have touched on this a little bit, but do you guys find it valid? Do you find it, is it useful in a way, do you think? Because what you were saying before, Breach, I think, was that, maybe it was Lucky, but there might be a humbling aspect to it if you can control it, if you can look at it rationally and say, and pick it apart, really. But that also
Sorry, you're talking about the imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and whether it's valid. And so I think we can take this stuff and, you know, do we look at it in a way that's helpful? Like, is it something that a voice that we can listen to with a grain of salt, you know? Like, is it, because it sounds more emotional based. You know, you can't do this because you're not up to the talent for it. It's very emotionally thick, whereas the objective side of it is what everyone else sees, which is the output that you're doing. And they're saying, yeah, you are up to this. So it's like emotion versus logic. So just wondering if there's like balance between imposter syndrome and rationality that we can strike, where we can say the imposter syndrome has a valid voice to this extent, whatever that extent is, and then you take on what other people are saying outside, you know, and only the positive things. You take on what they're saying and you sort of take a middle ground and go, well, I could improve on this, this, and this, but everyone else is telling me that what I'm doing is really good overall, but not getting stuck or bogged down in I need to do everything differently because it's all shit. And I don't believe what anyone's saying.
Well, I think that even ties into perfectionism as well.
What do you mean by that?
Well, maybe because like when you were talking then, it was sounding as though the imposter voice could actually just be picking up on areas where like you can improve, maybe. And I think that could be. I mean, I do think that could be done in a balanced way, but I also think that too much of that can be driven by perfectionism and like the need to be perfect, and then that could be a similar voice there, right? Like you did this fine, but you could do it better, like you know, sort of but too much of that.
And that's you haven't found a middle ground yet, have you?
Try to focus more on facts, like
the objective side of it.
Yeah, So if it is pricing or selling a painting, let's say, I'll be like, oh, it's okay. So someone bought a painting. I'm like, I tricked them. I'm a fraud, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, well, actually, they're an adult. They're separate to me.
Yeah.
I'm also not very good at tricking people. This is their money that they've worked for, and they've chosen to spend it on this. And I didn't even have to convince them to do that. So, like, they must want to. And it must be good enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
People
so-
buy all sorts of shit.
They do.
They buy dumb shit.
Not like my fucking art, which is not shit.
I was going to say, that is one hell of a follow-up.
I'm sorry,
I mean, they buy all
you
kinds of
shouldn't,
crap.
like- I didn't mean it like that.
No, I was thinking a similar thing though, like...
That's
The guy's remorse is heavy with this one.
Let's just take the bad play.
Nah, but like, you're right. People will go off and just like spend $100 on clothes they don't.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, and they'll, I mean, especially if it's something meaningful for them or they remember
Yeah,
something.
that's it.
You're painting, if you paint a beach that means something to them,
That's
or
the
it's their
other
local beach,
part
like,
of it. Yeah,
big
that like
time.
capitalism doesn't put any price value. Oh, well, sorry, it's hard, but so much of the value of a painting is in emotion and like feeling and stuff, and you can't really put a price on that.
yeah, man. Look, this is money. At the end of the day,
It does come and go.
it
Yeah.
just comes and goes. But
But I do see what your point is with pricing and thinking that they've been tricked and feeling bad that they're going to get it and be like, oh, this is not actually what I thought it would be. And then, but externalizing it in that way, saying this person is this person, they have their own thoughts, ideas, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. You know, giving them back their own agency. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's taking away their agency and then giving it back to them, because that's really what everyone has, is their own autonomy and agency.
It's also bringing in the rational brain, because like I feel like the imposter brain is like the fight or flight, protect, freeze, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the higher thinking. Is the lizard brain the higher thinking?
No, it's
It's
your
the
base
lower
thinking.
thinking. Yeah, that makes more sense. So
Yeah.
I feel like the
It's
lizard
primary.
brain is more like the imposter syndrome, and then you engage like your prefrontal cortex by breaking it down and being like, well, actually.
I would
All
like
this
to
stuff.
add to that before I forget real quick. You called it the lizard brain.
Mhm.
The thing about reptiles is they are lazy as fuck. They're lazy. All they ever want to do is like eat and then just sit in the sun.
Sounds
Sit
so
in their
good.
comfort.
Like, oh, it's in the sun. That's good. Yeah.
Mm.
And your lizard brain, which I think we're talking with the resistance or your imposter syndrome, is you're trying to do something and a voice comes up and says, you're not good enough. And you go, oh, okay, well, I won't do it. And then that stops your action. So it is, you're fighting a primal reptile urge to conserve energy. But
Totally.
your higher brain, higher consciousness, whatever you want to call it, is like, we gotta go.
I think that's it. I think that's
We
We
all.
solved it.
We
We
solved
solved
it.
Imposter
You're
syndrome.
cured. Go on to whatever. Do we have a Patreon?
You're welcome.
I
We
want
have
to get
a-
paid for that. I want to get paid for that. There's no shame. I'm entitled to pay that. I just cured imposter syndrome.
So, Breach, I was wondering if you had any facts or anything that maybe you've come up with off the top of your head.
Yes, I do, Dylan. Fantastic. How did you know?
Sixth sense about this thing.
I think they know.
More just what I was reading earlier, that it's more highly found in very creative fields,
Mm.
which is interesting.
Mm.
Because we talked about it like in all areas of our life, but is there actually a relationship between imposter syndrome and creativity? There could be.
Say again.
Is there a relationship between imposter syndrome and creativity? So why are highly creative people or people in highly creative fields more likely
I know
to
this.
suffer from imposter syndrome?
I can answer this, but do you have anything?
Yeah, I would say what came to me was if we're talking analytical versus creative, analytical is process. You know the process, you can do the process. There is some creativity with it, maybe like drafting letters or whatever it is. But point by point, you know, you're going through a process, essentially. Creativity is entirely made up. So even though you're using reference photos, you're still creating a piece of art. And that piece of art is you. And I think your self-worth and your imposter is tied to that because it's something that you've created. And it's not necessarily like point by point process. You complete it and then it's done. You know it's done right. It's done well because you've done the process.
True, yeah.
This is very subjective. Not everyone likes every piece of art that they see. And so you're battling with yourself saying, this is a subjective piece of art and it might not be good for everyone. But saying that, you know, like sort of internalizing that everyone, it's not going to be good for everyone, I think is too harsh. So I think it makes a lot of sense for creativity to be very heavily imposter syndromed.
Yeah.
Because we are creating something from within, from ourselves.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, what were you thinking?
I love Hobbiton. I really want to go to Hobbiton, and it's probably like the nicest. Hobbiton is one of the coolest creative things that's ever been made, I feel, and I want to see a lot more of it.
Yeah.
But I totally agree. But what was the question again? What?
Is there a relationship between imposter syndrome and creativity?
Of course.
So, like, why do you think more creative people might be more prone to imposter syndrome?
Because creative people are open. They are open to possibilities more than non-creative people because they're trying to receive creative ideas and creative feelings and expression, right? So them being open then leaves you open to criticism as well. You know, you're looking in the void, or you're just open, and then anything can come in. So you need to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. You know, yeah.
I think that's a good point, and I could see like some tie-ins between what both of you are saying. It seemed to follow a similar thread. That, like you said, if you're following structure, it's sort of something external, and you can trust that because it has a system. If you're not following like external system, you're following your own path, and it's that external versus internal again. And when
yeah, for
I
sure.
sort of word jumbled then, but
That's good.
no, it's good. And then I did also just see earlier that imposter syndrome was first identified in 1978 by psychologists Pauline, Clance, and Suzanne Imes. Anyway, you can fact check that if you want. Who thought it only affected high achieving women, but later studies found it affects everyone equally.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, we could look more into that, but it's interesting.
I feel like that is... I'm trying to think of the right word for it, and it's like trait openness. So there's like a psychology word about like trait openness or something.
It is openness.
And I think that women are naturally more open, right? So it makes sense that they were the kind of the canary in the coal mine to find, to experience imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that ties into what we were saying.
Yeah, and more like a lot of creativity is exploring the relationship with the self through a medium to express it, right? So, and that's why you go there and you just look at it, you know what I mean? Or you just experience it and it makes you feel things, it makes you think about things. It's a journey inward. That's what art is.
Yeah, true.
So I think that's probably why it resonates a lot with women. It does resonate with men, but like sometimes guys will be happy with an action movie or some shit. You know, it's not high art. It's just like, whoa, truck blew up, fuck yeah. Jason Statham again.
Or why do you think John Wick was so successful?
Yeah, exactly. They made like 5 of them.
Literally a dude shooting a bunch of people.
And it's sick. And I watch it 5 times in a row.
I still haven't seen any of them.
I've seen the first one. I actually want to watch... I saw some cool clips from that Corridor Digital crew of the ballerina. There's like a spin-off one with a girl as the main character. But they have like a flamethrower fight.
That's
and
pretty
it's
cool.
But they're real.
Yeah.
The stunts are insane. Like multiple people getting set on fire. Like
Yeah, right.
there's 2 people with flamethrowers having a fight in like a cave. And it's like so cool.
Very
Anyway,
cool.
tangent, sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that was it for me.
Yeah.
What was the Dunning-Kruger effect that you were talking about earlier?
Who is Dunning-Kruger?
I
That's
didn't
okay.
write that down,
Dunning-Kruger?
but I think it's the opposite of imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
So it's when, from memory, I think the Dunning-Kruger effect is when people who are actually less skilled than what they pretend to be get into high positions. So it's pretty much just
Because they have more confidence.
fakers. I don't know if it went into that specifically, but yeah, there's a degree of thinking you're better than what you actually are.
Yeah, and so you're then being put into a position where you're actually potentially incompetent, but you think you're doing a great job.
Yeah, yeah.
How many of us know that person?
Yeah.
And is
No, a
that
couple
what
of them.
we're afraid we are as the imposter syndrome person? Are we terrified that that's what we are?
That we're not going to be able to be capable of what we're doing.
Follow-up question, though. Is it that we are afraid that we are that person, or are we afraid that we will be perceived as that person by others? What's more potent? Are we all doing it?
I think it's different for everyone, obviously, but
Well, she doesn't have a beard, so... Like, we actually had facial hair
yeah. I think it's different for everyone. I
Yeah.
think different motivations, like, it depends on sort of how you're brought up. It depends on your perceptions, your motivations,
Yeah.
how much you want to hoodwink people, like how much you intend to actually try and do that.
Yeah.
How much just like everything that makes you up as a person. It's just, we're all just a big jumble of mess that we're trying to straighten out. And
Speak for yourself.
as we get older, fuck, you're more jumbled than me.
Speak for yourself. I live in a caravan. I'm 30.
No, you
My
don't.
life is perfectly in order.
You're doing fantastically.
Thank you. I need to hear that. It's been rough down at the trailer park.
Yeah.
A couple of guys on the gear came and stole my barbecue, mate.
Should we do an Australian trailer park boys? No.
Oh, fuck yeah. That is a good idea.
That
You
would
should
be
sell
funny.
that to someone. Fuck yeah.
Patenting that idea.
Yes. Go pitch it
Trailer
to
park cunts.
whoever.
Okay, we're gonna have to cut that.
Oh, God.
That was a genuine clap.
This is an Australian podcast. We'll say what we want. We're not gonna take it. Yeah, we're not gonna take it. Fuck yeah, so
Oh.
patriotic.
Ranjit, keep that in.
Who? Raj?
I do want to talk about. We sort of already started talking about ways to reduce imposter syndrome or to balance it, but
I straight killed it.
I have some points here. So, one way to help you reduce imposter syndrome is to have a hype folder. So you put little reminders of your wins, like positive reviews, articles, whatever, into a folder, and whenever you feel like you need it, you open that up.
That's cool.
I've also heard someone else on a podcast, I think a psychologist or someone, this would have been related to ADHD or something like that, because that also is, imposter syndrome is highly found in neurodivergence. But this doctor was saying that he puts up physical reminders like at his desk of like good things that he's done. So
That's good.
people he's helped, or like
Yeah,
positive articles about himself, so that he has to see those things and like
for sure.
it's right there. And I think that's really good too, because I think half the time we just forget. Like
Yeah.
I just forget about the good stuff I've done.
Make it your mantra, man. Put it out. Control. If you can control your environment in that way and make it bounce positive energy to you and stuff that's going to help you just push through.
Even like
Control
your
that.
like degrees or something on the wall, just to like show that you stuck with something and did it.
Yeah.
And then another one is just to separate your feelings from your facts. So we sort of talked about that before.
Sorry. Do you know Ben Shapiro?
I mean, I know of him.
You know of him?
Mm.
Do that because he has that saying. He's like, facts don't care about your feelings. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry. When you said that, that's why it played in my head.
Yeah, basically
Behave.
that's it.
Just behave.
What are some other ways to reduce imposter syndrome?
Assuming we
As a
didn't just
wrap-up.
cure it.
You do want to see.
Assuming we
With
didn't
knowledge.
just cure it. Focus.
My third eye is aligned.
So, assuming that we didn't just cure imposter syndrome, because I know that we just did.
You're welcome. I'll see you next
What?
week.
Yeah. Lockie, what has helped you in the past, or what can you say can help other people with imposter syndrome? With
Probably following us on SoundCloud, YouTube,
All right,
subscribing
and
to
we've
our
lost
Patreon. I haven't lost him. I'm right on target. If you want to stay in the game with your creative endeavor, you got to start following us. You got to take it serious. Take it to the next level and hit subscribe to this. What are we on?
Episode 6.
Platform. Spotify,
anywhere you can get
Instagram.
Instagram.
but most importantly, MySpace. Okay?
Bebo as well.
Bebo.
Yeah.
I just fed my pet
Venmo.
thing.
We're on Venmo. Vimeo.
I think
Fine.
I've lost him. His mind's just scrambled.
Who?
Yeah, absolutely.
Me?
He's scattered.
What are you talking about? Answer the... Ask the question. Ask the question. I will
I'm
answer.
going to keep so much of this in.
Do it.
What? What can help people with imposter syndrome?
I answered.
Subscribing to us is not going to help.
It will.
Not in the day to day. My
All right.
goodness, man.
Okay, all right. For real, what will help? Do any of you guys want to answer this before me? I might need a minute to think.
So I think externalizing it was a really good thing. Giving it a name was a really good thing. I think any way that you can put a label, or you can put, essentially what you want to do is figure out what the voice is saying and try and figure out its tone of voice. And once you realize that, because also like the voice, once it recognizes that you're onto it, it can change itself. It can morph.
Right now, shall we identify them? Or just name them, give them names. Try to draw a circle around it. So like, I'm going to call mine Binky.
Pink.
We can check in next week and see how Binky's going and what grief he's caused me.
Yeah.
There's a little monkey demon that's on my shoulder and goes, says all the just nasty things.
Yeah.
He's a nasty little creature.
Mine was Lockie.
Oh, fuck off. Mine's Dylan now.
Not you.
Well, look, actually, my nickname was Binky for a while, so
Yours was Binky.
I felt
All
that
right.
a little bit, yeah.
Little bit.
Oh, no, don't change it, though. I
all
just thought
right.
it was funny.
All right. There you go. What about
I
you?
think mine is Susan.
Yeah, I was going to say it has to be like Gladys
It
or
has to be-
something.
yeah, it's
Susan.
like-
Susie.
Also, I don't know any Susans in real life.
I'm going to put it down.
So is there any other I'm going to ignore that, ideas that we can I'm going to ring his next.
Are there any
I'm gonna ring
ideas?
Any ideas? Well, are there? Yeah, you answered it. Good job.
You did. You summarized what
All
we
right.
said, and I think that was
Do
really
you have
helpful.
That's
anything
enough.
to add for that question?
I also think just like getting to know yourself as well.
Yeah.
Over time.
Being-
And then I do like the seeing it as different parts. So like as the protector, but the protector's a bit too like overbearing.
protective.
Yeah, like the episode of where Jake on Adventure Time becomes a dad, but he's so overbearing on his kids, and they actually kick ass. So
Yeah,
Being the
right.
helicopter parent's never helpful.
So I think a useful thing to help you with imposter syndrome, I think, is just to talk to people. right? Like, share your experience. And that way you can really check in to see if you're experiencing imposter syndrome, or if maybe your critical thinking or cynical mind, whatever you want to call it, sometimes they blend into one thing. Checking in with other people is a really good test to see whether or not, they might turn around and be like, yeah. Or they might turn around and be like, what are you talking about? Like, just do it. But you need to be careful who you talk to, because other people have that battle as well. So you might know people who have just given up and they let that cynical voice just completely rule them. And they're like, whatever, I lost the fight. And you know other people who have either defeated it or they've found a balance with it. You've probably met people who never listen to that voice and they're crazy. You know what I mean?
That is a good point, though. Because, very good point about, like, much of this. Because if we don't talk about it and learn that, like, it is a thing, we will internalize it and we'll just think it's us and our personality. And that can be the case with, like, so much stuff as well. So,
Definitely.
So wrapping up what we said, it's kind of like you've got to externalize it in a way where it's not a part of you. But then you've got to build enough self-awareness around what that voice is saying and what it sounds like, so that you can identify it when it does come up and tell it to shush, smother it gently with a pillow,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I would just also like to add, if you're not experiencing that voice, then you're probably not on the right path. I feel like if you're doing the real sort of meaningful work to you, that will come up and will constantly be a challenge for you.
Yes, that's a great point. I've heard that, like, spoken about as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, by, like, pretty big artists, that if you're not, like, terrified, then you're not reaching out far enough.
But you have to have the courage to face it and deal with it, and I think somehow infuse it into your artwork as well, and it gives it this edge that is just
killer.
Makes you engage with it.
Fantastic.
You need to just integrate it. Namaste.
All right, and on that delightfully helpful note, I reckon we wrap it up. What do you reckon?
Yes, I did remember one thing. I have the poll results from the last episode.
Thank you for everyone who
polls are
contributed to that. There was thousands of you. We appreciate it.
So many.
We love it. We appreciate it. You're a very active community.
On episode 5, which was the last episode we did, was about AI and creativity. Go listen to it now.
Hold on.
But what?
sorry.
We, I think we should just replace him with an AI.
Yeah.
So we did a poll in episode 5, which was about AI and creativity. And the poll question was asking, should we use AI in creativity? There were a few answers. The first one was, hell no, it's evil. The second one was, yes,
that sounds like
you
an
can use
engaging
it,
poll.
but it means you're a hat.
Sorry, he doesn't. This is his
It
first
was-
time
it
on
was-
the show.
The other one was, use it wisely like any tool. And that's the one that won. Yay!
Hooray.
So our email address is sidequestcreativepodcast@gmail.com. It's literally just our name with @gmail.com.
Yes.
Well done, Dylan. You
Yes.
nailed it.
We are 3 people who are
Figuring it out.
mixed up, figuring it out, trying to be okay,
We messed up.
and we make a lot of mistakes, but fuck it. This is SideQuest Creative Podcast. I have been one of 3 hosts.
Yeah,
I've been
that
Dylan.
is a fact. That is a fact.
I've been the shit one.
The shit.
No, you've been the main one. You've
I've
been
been
host
the-
number 1.
I've been the
You-
imposter. of
Ichiban.
the series. And with me has been Lachlan Naji.
And what am I?
Whatever you want to be. Whatever you
Ah,
want to be.
that's a good answer. Just went ding.
And with me, I also have Brigitte Barker, the famed artist and intellectual icon of our generation.
Oh, stop. Thank you. Anyway, guys, I'm starting a snail mail club. Pop on over to my Instagram where I will be talking more about that. It'll be called
It'll be calling you.
It'll be called Willow's Post Guild.
Oh, that's cool.
That's great.
Yo,
Yeah.
so you're doing handwritten letters,
Yep.
and now this is where it turns into an infomercial.
Yeah.
That you need to have it here, so we're like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wax seal these?
I literally just ordered a wax seal today, and
That's
it has a
pretty cool.
beautiful W wax
Nice.
seal thing. Yeah, different
Lovely.
colour waxes.
Yeah.
I'll
I
have
impulse buyed that today.
Can you go briefly, just quickly, through what might be in one of these packs?
Yes, so I'm still finalising it, but you will sign up to a monthly subscription and not like a Netflix or some shit like that.
No ads involved.
No, so you'll get a mail once a month, you'll get a letter once a month in the mail, and in that letter there will be a postcard print from one of my artworks, there will be a bookmark print from a design I've made with a fun fact on the back, and there will be, what else, a little piece of original art and a positive message or something like that. Yeah.
Cool. It's like a loot box
Yes,
Mm.
kind of, but tiny.
for white girls on Instagram.
Wow. It is not for white girls on this one, thank you.
I mean, I want one. Call me a white girl. So I told you I'd get a white joke in by the end of the segment.
Yes,
that
you
was- and that was
did
quite
it.
organic.
You had to
Well,
tidy
it was. I
in.
didn't even. I forgot about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who's it?
it's all about building a community and connection and slowing down and real life things, which is what I'm all about now.
Just trying to
That's
slow
great.
down, trying to take a breath, and
Yes.
trying to rediscover yourself and who we are as people, I think.
And also communication outside of social media and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
That's
If anyone remembers what a mailbox or what their mailbox looks like, you'll find it there.
Thanks, Tom. It's perfect. Stay tuned.
Yeah, absolutely. Final words.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. We love yous.